Basically, you turn the cycler on. You put the first bag on when it's full, and this is a warming pad. It warms the solution before it goes in your body.
And what's the solution of?
It's basically a sugar-based solution. I'm not sure the full makeup of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you put in the next 6,000 liter bag, and then the next 3,000 liter bag, because I have to do 3 bags a night. Each person is a little different. They customize the bags and the solutions to your needs. Then you put the cassette. This has a whole bunch of tubes on it. And when you attach them, you have to wear a mask and you have to be sanitized. And you attach the red one first to the main bag, and then the next bag, and the next bag, so on. This one I don't use. This one's for medication in case you need to. And then the last tube goes to me. And that's this tube.
Mm-hmm. And that's the tube that goes in your stomach.
And that's the one that goes to me.
Yeah.
And then it has to prime before you hook up. That takes a good 15 minutes to get the air out of the tubes, because you don't want any air in your, because that'll hurt. Anyway, once you're hooked up, you turn it on, and it does an initial drain because you have some fluid sitting in your belly all day, and that drains first into, we drain into a jug.
Mm-hmm.
It's easier to drain. You can use a bag, but we prefer the jug.
The jug's easier to empty out in the morning
Yeah,
than it would be a bag.
You have to
And you just poured that down the toilet?
Down the toilet.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Anyway, and then the cycler, what it does is it pumps a certain amount, I think it's 2,500 milliliters into your stomach cavity 5 times during the course of the night. And each time it dwells for about an hour. It sits there and it's taking out toxins. And so it's using your stomach cavity behind your stomach as your kidneys. And that's how it works. And it's removing all the toxins and the extra fluids that your kidneys normally would. And then it drains, and then it repeats. And it does that, like I said, 5 times. So basically, I do it like 10 hours a night, every night.
And this is a substitute for the more familiar dialysis
for my kidneys. And it's a substitute for hemo. Hemo is the blood where it leaves your body, goes into the machine, gets cleaned, and then comes back into your body.
Right.
But you have to go to a clinic, and you're there for most of the day. It's a good 4 to 6 hours. Whereas this, I can do every night. It frees up my schedule. I can go to work. I work full-time now. Back to work. And
more friends and family can see you and be around you.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is
what's
important.
nice is it just frees up my life, during the day. I'm not having to go to a clinic all day and just sit there.
And can you do this indefinitely as you wait for a kidney transplant?
Yes, I have to do this for years until I get a kidney transplant, a donor or a clinic. Yeah.
Okay.
It will become more ineffective as you get sicker, though.
That's over time, though. That's over,
It's over a few years.
So you're expecting and hoping you'll get a kidney before that effectiveness runs out?
Yeah.
Yes. His father did.
Yeah, my father did this for 3 years before he got a kidney. Unfortunately, it's a genetic disease we have. It's polycyst, which is a cyst that grows in your kidneys and then it shuts them down.
Mm-hmm.
So there's really nothing they can do about it.
And there's no one in the family that can donate.
Yeah, because they all have the genetic gene.
So this is a recent delivery of, how long will this amount of...
This is a monthly delivery of all the solutions. There's 2 6-liter bags in each box, and the larger box has 4 3-liter bags, and these are the size of the bags when they're full.
Okay.
So they're pretty big.
I know you can't pick that up.
Yeah, this one's pretty heavy. So I have this in my stomach right now, sitting here all day. So it's basically a lot of extra weight and pressure on my back. So it's pretty much like a baby, unfortunately.
So when you start at night, that's kind of the first fluid that's draining out. Is what's been in your
drains out
body all day
before it refills.
Right.
And there's different color solutions. There's a red box, a yellow box, a green. They're for different, when you have different problems with your blood, or if you're diabetic or, you know, anything like that. They take out different amounts. They're different strengths. So, but I'm using the green, which is the middle one, and that's the more common one, I guess, would be a better word.
Yeah. There is a protective bag over each of these. So actually right now these can be up here because they're not getting contaminated.
Yeah, I have to remove this outer shell before we get to the bag. And then this is a box of cassettes. This is a box of mini caps, which are the little caps that protect you.
That close it off when you're done.
Protects your port.
Yep.
And the main thing is to keep it clean and sanitary. That's the main thing, because you don't want an infection. That's your worst enemy.